Dance in the 1990s was an amalgamation of many different styles of dance. With the early 90s popularity of alternative and grunge bands such as Nirvana and Pearl Jam, there was a rise in mosh-style dancing. This entails non-traditional styles of movements that is aggressive in nature. It often includes movements such as arm flailing and foot stomping. All of this dancing takes place in a mosh pit where crowds of people are all performing these aggressive moves. The rise in popularity of rap and hip-hop music also had an effect on dance moves, as hip-hop dance moves became more prevalent in popular culture. Moves such as the Running Man became well-known and popular. Hip-hop dance is characterized by freestyling, meaning that much of it is improvised. Other techniques are incorporated into the dance moves such as locking, popping, and breaking. Locking is the technique of suddenly freezing in position and then moving again. Breaking entails many acrobatic movements, and popping includes such dance moves as gliding, floating, and sliding. Raves were another venue in which dance was strongly present in the 90s and represented a counterculture of the times. Once again, this style of dance is more improvised than anything else. There are no strict dance moves to adhere to, instead taking inspiration from the mood and music. It is because of this that the footwork and arm movements tend to be rather simple. Toward the end of the 1990s, some popular music acts grew in popularity, which featured choreographed dance moves. Bubblegum pop showcased artists such as Britney Spears and boy bands such as NSYNC. These dance moves could incorporate multiple styles of dance, such as elements of hip-hop dancing. There are also specific dances from the 1990s that are associated with particular songs or individuals. One example of this is the Macarena, which rose to fame in 1993 and 1994. Another example of this is the Carlton Dance, a dance popularized by a character on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The 2000s were an expansion upon many of the dancing that took place in the 1990s. Hip-hop dance styles were still popular, as well as rave dances, which is now associated with EDM. However, these dance styles are always evolving with the times as people create new dance moves and music styles and tastes evolve. Some dances that are associated with particular videos or artists are the Dougie by Cali Swag District, the Crank That by Soulja Boy, and the choreographed dance moves associated with the Beyoncé video Single Ladies. Something that was introduced to the greater public in the 2000s that influenced popular culture as a whole, as well as music and dance, is YouTube. While this online venue, anyone can post a video for the world to see, and this has tremendous influence on how people experience and access music and dance. One example of music and dance reaching a wider audience than it previously would have is Gangnam Style by Psy. Without the advent of YouTube, this song and dance that is associated with it would never have become a global phenomenon as it did. Another example of YouTube popularizing a dance craze is the Harlem Shake. This particular fad would not have occurred at all if YouTube didn't exist. It was essentially groups of people uploading themselves dancing to the Harlem Shake song. While there are no particular movements associated with this fad, it is instead associated with much freeform movement in rhythm and the music. Dancing in the 90s and 2000s and beyond has been characterized by a variety of styles and dance that focus more on freedom of movement rather than a traditional routine. It incorporates many different styles of dance so that there is a subculture of dance for almost every interest. Modern technology has also been incorporated into dance and how dance is presented and influences culture.